In 2012, the Archdiocese of Omaha opened Father Flanagan's cause for canonization, and he was given the title Servant of God. His cause is now with the Vatican. To be recognized as a saint in the Catholic Church, one must have lived a life of heroic virtue and have two recognized miracles through their intercession. Although the Vatican's investigation is ongoing, the life and legacy of Father Edward J. Flanagan and the indelible mark he left on the whole world continues to touch hearts, minds, and souls.
I never thought when I started working on the life of Father Flanagan that I would find somebody who would be an example for me. I am continually inspired by Father Flanagan's ability to really train his eye on what was important to him. If you know what is right, if you are showing up for people, and if you are standing for the goodness, the inherent goodness in people, that is always going to guide you in the right direction. And his short life shows us that.
Father was always responding to the call of the Spirit. Imagine the courage of taking on the responsibility of caring for children who aren't your own, and children who were seen by society as problems. And then having the courage to accept more and more. He was always responding to what the Lord put in front of him. And even though he was a priest, and even though he lived a long time ago, and even though he was from Ireland and all those things that make him different, in the end, and this is really what he proved, we're all the same.
Love can't be contained. Love cannot be contained. The fact that we can sit here and talk about him today and remember the kind of courage and love that he had, I hope inspires so many of us to continue his legacy, to continue his work as believers in Jesus Christ, that we should be motivated by love to care for our brothers and sisters and not be fearful for what the world is going to do to us for doing that.
We Catholic Christians who are striving to become saints ourselves, we need role models. We need to see that men and women of every time and place, every age and education level, every walk of life, that they can and do become saints. And that this is something that with God's help and with his grace is something that each and every Catholic Christian not only can attain, but should be striving to attain. I absolutely think Father Flanagan is a saint. More importantly, as a canon lawyer, I would say I have found nothing that would suggest he's not a saint. Everything that I found in this investigation, which I consider one of the great graces of my life in priesthood, has led me to even more firmly believe what I think I've believed for some time, namely that Father Edward J. Flanagan is a saint.
Father Flanagan was able to get a place just on a corner in downtown Dodge Street, the main drag. He had a few kids and they kind of lived together in community. They didn't have a lot, but Father Flanagan made the most of what was available to them.